If you want to check out the new Mothership 6 from McGRATH Labs, then please keep on watching. Hello my friends, if it's your first time here, my name is Alicia. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you are returning, well, thank you so much for coming again. Kinky Sweat stands for my kinky hair and sweat life. I am a fitness professional who loves things all movement and beauty. If you want to check out what I do in between the makeups, you can head over to my Instagram. Let's start with this disclaimer. I am beyond excited for this palette. So I will have all my excitement outtakes at the end of the video for those who understand, and for those who just don't care and think my excitement is overly biased and blah 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 blah, well, goodbye. Don't watch this video because there will be reviewing and there will be gushing. Sorry. Mothership 6. How did I get my hands on Mothership 6? Well, I received a message on Instagram to say that this had pre-launched on Pat's site. It was in fact a glitch. I don't know how I was able to get it. Made the order, received an order confirmation number, and I was like worried because of the last foundation delivery debacle that everyone had went through. I felt that way anyway. Received a shipment confirmation and emailed them to make sure that they were still going to send out the orders that were made on glitch day. I'm happy they still honor. Oh, we're gonna go through this lighting situation again for today's video. Why? They honored those orders. Glitch happened, but they still mailed them out. So right now it is not currently available on patmcgrath.com until September 6th. That is this Friday. And I was told, unfortunately, by one of my friends, Mari, that it's not going to be available on Sephora until 9/13 online and in stores. I thought Treadmoon had said that this was going to be in fact available in Sephora on the 6th as well as patmcgrath.com, but maybe we'll receive clearer updates. But as of now, that's how it stands. Oh my god. Here is the box. Now I must agree with my friend Mari. We were discussing this via Instagram, and shout out to you guys for reaching out because I love discussing makeup anytime, anywhere. Now we're kind of disappointed that it wasn't a different design from Mothership. Oh my god. From Mothership 5. Here's Mothership 5 Bronze Seduction. She basically just made her purple. Well, let's see here. Mothership 6 doesn't have the tears like Mothership 5. Mothership 6 has purple roses. Mothership 5 has something else going on. So they're slightly different, but because she had different designs from her previous 4 count Mothership palettes, I think we're all expecting a different design of the box. So who knows why she did that, but it's still beautiful nonetheless, but it would have been nice to see something else in the mix. Revel in nocturnal surrealism with 10 opulent hues that conjure the divinity of the midnight sun. A scintillating solstice of color emerges as magical bronzes, wicked violets, mystical crimson, and goddess golds eclipse eyes with multi-dimensional effects and unprecedented single-stroke intensity. So it's supposed to be really good. I think that's what that means. I'm on the website through the link that was sent a few weeks ago in terms of getting on the early access list, but then of course it went on sale for that little bit. This is a $125 palette. I love Pat McGrath. I have which Pat McGrath palette is best for you video. I have a 3-look video for each of the Pat McGrath palettes out there. Not the minis, unfortunately, because I felt like I have those shades already, but maybe I'll pick them up eventually. But I was trying to save for Mothership 6, you know what I'm saying? Again, this palette retails for $125. Each pan weighs in at 1.32 grams or 0.047 ounces. This palette is made in Italy. Here we are. Here is the typical black lacquer design with a mirrored back and of course the PML hieroglyphic logo here etched on the front. Here she is. I am so excited to swatch this, so let's not waste any time. Skinshow Moon Glow is a luminous platinum peach. Bronze Eclipse, a bronzed taupe sheen. Vermillion Venom, burnished crimson matte. Extreme Dusk, a charcoal brown matte. Taboo, a brown ochre matte. Wicked Envy, shimmering moss green. Blitz Violet Orchid, sparkling periwinkle violet. Jubilee, antiqued glittering gold. Astral Solstice, glittering platinum. And Blood Moon 005 is a metallic copper rose. Those are the swatches, and I am thrilled that 3 of these shades are my favorite metallic formula. Bronze Eclipse is like beautiful smooth. So is this, what is it called? I have to memorize these names. Wicked Envy. What else? Oh, Skinshow Moon Glow. This is very flaky in texture, so I think that will be best applied with fingers. This is her standout formula, that gel to powder formula that's so lightweight but so shiny at the same time. And the periwinkle flip in the violet, I can't take it. She doesn't have any duochrome toppers. Now, I find that my most favorite duochrome toppers exist in her Bronze Seduction Mothership 5. This is more like a very just shiny veil of gleam. It's this shade here. So this doesn't have like a duochrome flip, but it's very shiny and I think will be a nice brightening veil of color when applied on the lid. The gold too is flaky like the, what is it called? Blood Moon 005. So these have similar textures. On the drier side, flaky. I would say Astral Solstice is very flaky as well. The mattes feel creamy. They feel really good. So what we'll do now is compare these shades with similar shadows from their other palette. If you don't know, timestamps will be down below because I know how y'all get, okay? And the shade card does come with the palette, but in true Pat McGrath style, she don't put no shade names in her palettes, okay? Da basic. Skinshow Nude from Mothership 1. Skinshow Glow from Mothership 2. Skinshow Fever from Mothership 3. Skinshow Divine Glow from Mothership 5. And here, Skinshow Moon Glow from 6. So you see there are slight variances amongst the Skinshow shades. So she always had like a nude metallic in her big Mothership palettes for your brow arch accent, for your inner corner accent, or just a very simple lid color. Here is Taboo from Mothership 6, that beautiful ochre brown matte. Entrapment from Mothership 5 Bronze Seduction. Depth from Mothership 1 Subliminal. Throwing Shade from Bronze Ambition. Burning Desire from Bronze Temptation. I would say Burning Desire and Taboo from Mothership 6 are similar. Definitely a little more neutral than the other deeper browns or warmer browns from her other palette. Here's Ultimate Taupe from Subliminal Mothership 1. So that is the lightest transition shade I feel from all the Mothership palettes. It's nice to have finally a neutral brown that I think will read more neutral rather than warm or even taupey like the ones found in Mothership 1 Subliminal. Extreme Dusk from Mothership 6. Depth from Mothership 1. Deep Shade from Mothership 3 Subversive. Extreme Aubergine from Mothership 5 Bronze Seduction. Dark from Mothership 2 Sublime. Extreme Dusk looks like such a beautifully deep charcoal brown, and definitely the warmest I feel is from Subversive Mothership 3, and then this is a totally different color altogether from Bronze Seduction Mothership 5. So I'm happy she added another color besides Extreme Black, because Extreme Black happens 3 times in her first 3 Motherships. I think now what we've been I want to get to this purple, friends, so let's just start, okay? Again, here's Blitz Violet Orchid from Mothership 6. Purple Rain from Levine Rose. This definitely is going to appear like actual purple next to that. It's amazing. Synthetica from her Idol single collection. Ooh, Blitz Violet, definitely you see more of the blue reflect where Synthetica shows up actual purple or magenta, depending on who you speak to. Night Creature from Subversive. Blitz Amethyst, also from Subversive. I would say those are very similar. But even so, this just appears definitely more periwinkle, and this has more of a blue flip. This is such an interesting shade. I can't get over it, and I would love to finally get it on my eyes. I really love this shade. This is Bronze Eclipse. I'm going to just quickly swatch Bronze Eclipse here because I'm interested to know how that compares to what we find in Bronze Ambition. Here we have Bronze Struck from Bronze Ambition. So that appears a little more bronze, and the one from Mothership 6 is a little lighter, more taupey. From Platinum Bronze, which we have a lot of taupes in here. So let's see. Here is Sextrovert I'm gonna put it right next to this one. That's a little more depth. Telepathic taupe, definitely more gray in tone. So I know they look very similar. I understand, but the one from Mothership 6, it's like, I can't explain it. Let me turn down the exposure because it's very hard for you to see. So hopefully you can kind of better figure out the undertones of these shades. Yes, the ones from Platinum Bronze are very similar to the one here, Bronze Eclipse. Hello, darkness. I gotta fix you again. I like that this shade is in here because it just mixes it up and gives an opportunity for a more taupier bronzy moment on the lids. I'm gonna go back to the violets for a minute. I feel it's like the flip that exists in Blitz Violet, so that's pretty cool to see. I don't know where the heck my Burnished Honey is. Oh, it's right in front of me. Here's Burnished Honey from the Idol single collection, and here is Vermillion Venom from Mothership 6. So Vermillion Venom has a little more red in it, whereas Burnished Honey is a little more like terracotta. Are we good with the comparisons, friends? I know we love comparisons, but I'm just like, listen, if you worry about repeat shades, then just don't get the palette, okay? Because as a Pat McGrath collector, I really don't care, but I know you guys care, so that's why I did it. Now that we finished our swatches, comparison swatches, and everything in between, you know what that means. I forgot to prep my lids. Good news, friends, though. I finally found my Born This Way multi-use from Too Faced. I'm gonna blot this out, and this is what I will use for all my prep. Taboo with my Wayne number 4 from his Anniversary 2 set. Put that in the crease. I'm building this up because I want this transition to really pop. That's really pretty. I love that. Let's do Vermillion Venom on the other eye. I wipe my Wayne Goss number 4, and let's do the same here. I like this shade. It looks very red in the pan, but it's so soft on the lid. So here we have Taboo. Here we have Vermillion Venom. Definitely going in Wicked Envy next. With my Sonia G Worker 3. Just putting it on. Ooh boy. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. This is the very creamy metallic formula that I love from Pat. Beyond smooth, easy to apply. I will say that Natasha Denona metallics have a little more glide to them, just a touch more. I can move this formula around, but I find myself pulling and patting more so with this formula versus the one from Natasha. Isn't that's beautiful. More Taboo with my Wayne number 3. Did I say number 4 before? I'm sorry. Oh, wow. That is absolutely gorgeous. Bronze Eclipse with my Sonia G Worker Pro. Same formula as Wicked Envy. Ooh, this one's a little smoother than Wicked Envy. Definitely, I feel you can move this around a little bit more than that shade. This is very much consistent with the formula found in Bronze Ambition and Platinum Bronze in her 6-pan palettes. Oh, I love this shade. You can actually just use this shade all by itself. Let's smoke it up with Extreme Dusk. Going in with my Refer number 14, patting down on the outer V, and this is actually backwards. I usually go in with my intense shade first and then metallic after, but you can certainly go in this order. It really doesn't matter. Whatever you're most comfortable doing. Making circular motions and then pulling it out a little bit. Oh, yes. Taboo with my Sonia G Worker Pro on this lower lash line. Vermillion Venom under this lower lash line. Extreme Dust just on the outer third of this lower lash line. I could add Extreme Dust to this eye, but I just love relying on Wicked Envy for the smoke. You know what I mean? With that said, taking my Sonia G Builder Pro. Wicked Envy right along the lower lash line on top of Taboo. This does have a little bit of fallout, so make sure, don't do like me. Tap off your brush before you apply color on the lid. I'm going to kick off with Fell. Taking my Esom liner in the shade brown. Just tight lining here, or waterline, whatever, just to give a little bit of smoke. Then I'll tight line here. I want to take Jubilee with my Makeup Forever silicone applicator right on the side of it and just press that to the inner third of my lower lash line to add a little bit of brightness. Let's also take that with Blood Moon, and I'll put Blood Moon here under this lower lash line. So this is a lot more flaky. It has a lot more texture. I appreciate having this tool just so that it could grab those particles and press them into the skin, especially since you're doing such a small area of the eye. I feel this will easier be applied with finger if on the lid, but if here on the tight space like this, definitely helps to have one of these. Skinshow Moon Glow on both inner corners. All right, friends, let's put on some lashes and I'll be right back. Here's a close-up of the eyes. I have the Kiss lashes in the style Ritzy with my MAC extended plate on my lower lashes. You can just really see this Wicked Envy. It's taking my breath away. I know we've seen these olives before, but dude, look, oh my god. Let me pan out. Here's a wide shot of the look. On the lips, I have no other than Pat McGrath's Liquid Lust in For Real, lined with Makeup Forever's Artist Color Pencil in Anywhere Caffeine. Here's the side with Vermillion Venom, Bronze Eclipse, Extreme Dusk, a little bit of Blood Moon 005. And on the other side, we have Taboo, Wicked Envy, a little bit of Jubilee, and Skinshow Moon Glow on both inner corners. I cannot get over Wicked Envy. It is such a beautifully rich, true moss green that gives just beautiful smoke. And when paired with Taboo, I can't take it. Taboo is like the most perfect tone matte to pair with Wicked Envy. It doesn't warm it up too much, but it doesn't grade out too much either. It's just like the best. And listen, shout out to Bronze Eclipse for like bringing it all on that lid. I mean, that is a beautiful shade as well. I feel you could achieve a similar look with Platinum Bronze, either with Sextrovert or Telepathic Taupe, but I particularly love this tone because it's not super warm, but it's not super cool either. It's right in the middle, and I think that is the standout difference between this and what lives in Platinum Bronze. Extreme Dusk is a killer color, and I understand it might look like a very soft black in the end once you apply it on the lid, but I like that it's charcoal, and I think it makes a difference in the end in terms of just that soft intensity and not the same black matte intensity that maybe we could take a break from time to time, just to use something else to bring on that depth without being an exclusively black matte shade. Blood Moon, fun pop of coppery goodness on that inner corner, don't you think? And the shine from Skinshow Moon Glow, I mean, her Skinshow nudes are beautiful. They have so much brightness and shine, and they give the perfect amount of highlight for inner corner and brow bone pop. I'm wearing this eye tomorrow. It even has a little bit of like gold in there. It's not like a duochrome, just the sheen is gold. All right, let's do another combination of looks. And then the last look, I exclusively want to use Blitz Violet on both eyes so we can get the full-on experience of what that shade has to offer, you feel me? So let's switch it out and I'll be right back. I want to see how Blood Moon does on its own all over the lid. I feel like you're still far. Come a little closer. Oh, wait. Let's take Blood Moon 005 and see what that does. So you can see it's very flaky initially, and I recommend that you apply it on a tacky base so it could adhere better. I'm pressing first and then slightly pulling because the pulling helps flatten out the flakies for it to appear more smooth. I am getting fallout because again, this is a very, very textured shadow. Okay, so ooh, that's shiny. Taking a Vermillion Venom on my Sona G Worker Pro and using this size brush to just first place the matte right on the crease, because I feel if I use a bigger brush now, the flakies would go nuts and it will just fly all over the place. Wing gust number 4. Still with Vermillion Venom, but I'm going to now blow this up farther towards my brow. I'm just punching it here on the outer V so I could create like that V smoke. Kicking off, so we did get a lot of fallout. Unfortunately, this shade, it's just very flaky and textured by nature. So definitely, maybe we could wet it. I didn't wet it because I just wanted to see how it did on its own. Bronze Eclipse with my Worker Pro. Taking a little bit of Jubilee to the inner part of Blood Moon. Ooh, that's pretty. It made like a more gradient effect. Grabbing Vermillion Venom on my Worker Pro to zhuzh in toward Bronze Eclipse. Taboo with my Wangos number 16. Setting up this crease for Astral Solstice. I freaking love this shade. This might be my most favorite brown out of all the browns in Pat McGrath's collection. This is Taboo. This is Statuesque from her Idols. So Taboo has a little more than Statuesque, and I think that's why I love it so much, because it shows up so beautifully on the skin. Astral Solstice. I know this is more, well, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. Hold on. I'm changing gears here. Worker Pro with the Skinshow Moon Glow on the lid. And tap, tap, tap. Gonna get that on. Taboo on the outer V to just blend those colors together. Now Astral Solstice. Like we did with Blood Moon, we're gonna press and pull, and dab. Oh, that's really shiny. Wow. That's really shiny. Yep, definitely got flakies on my face. They're on the face. Taking Extreme Dust with my Hakuhoro J242. I'm gonna do a little smoky lash line here. Just pat it down right at the lash line. Just pull it out for like a nice smoky wing. Take it right here on the outer third. Taboo with my Worker Pro just to kind of match up with what's going on with that wing. Definitely Jubilee. This is my Refer number 3 pencil brush. So we'll put the gold here on the lower lash line. All right, friends, let's put on some lashes and I'll be right back. Close up of the shop, friends, and we have the same Kiss lashes in the style Ritzy. I hope they don't look too janky. I use a little bit of my Isom mixing medium with Jubilee just to get like that gold wet look on the inner corner, and I hope you can see the smoky wing we did with Extreme Dusk. I think it's just a nice change from the outer V smoke I usually do. And Jubilee on top of Blood Moon, are you kidding me? And here's a wide shot. I have now Charlotte Tilbury's Kissing Lipstick in Hepburn Honey, lined again with Makeup Forever's Artist Color Pencil and Wear Caffeine. And here is our smoky winged look from afar, then our gradient gold to Blood Moon red on the other. I love this look. I think it's a classic neutral look that you could achieve with this palette, especially with these cool tone beige metallic shades, especially with Extreme Dusk. Can't go wrong. And Extreme Dusk, I feel, brings out the more neutral tone of Taboo when paired together. But then if you wanted to look more warm, you use Vermillion Venom with Blood Moon 005. I cannot get over this. We just created a new shade from combining these two colors, where it's more orange versus exclusively gold and exclusively copper. So what I did off camera is wiped off my concealer and applied it back on. This is the reality with these shades. Blood Moon 005, Jubilee, and Astral Solstice are very textured shades. I use those shadows as my main stage shades, and that's why I had a higher risk of them falling on my face, because I just applied more. Now, if you're using them as like a veil of glitz, a veil of sheen, then you're less likely, especially if you tap very lightly with your finger, get fallout from those shades. But if you're gonna use a lot, then I would recommend that you do your eyes first and then your foundation after, because it's just less to deal with. And I would actually have some tape nearby, because I feel tape or anything adhesive is just better at taking off those flaky particles off from your face, whereas I feel wiping them with makeup remover just spreads them and doesn't actually get them off your face. So if you're doing your eyes first, definitely have some tape on hand so you can take off those fallout particles and then go on with your foundation, like I said. But this is just simply gorgeous. I love the two looks we came up with. I loved how we flipped them. So let's get into Blitz Violet. I know you've been waiting for it this whole time. It is definitely the finale look, and we'll do both eyes the same so we can get the full-on experience. I'll see you back here in a minute. Let's get into this Blitz Violet. Definitely setting up the look with some Taboo in the crease, applied with my Wayne Goss number 16. I haven't done this combination yet. I'm applying Vermillion Venom on top of Taboo to get like that red going on. So with my Wayne Goss number 4. Isom W21 with Blitz Violet. Let's do the Pat McGrath Sweet. Okay. This is definitely a very small brush, but we're gonna make it happen. Wow. Hold on. You're too far. You're too far. This is such an interesting color. I can't get over it. I'm just taking my time carving around the lid. I think Vermillion Venom works out, but I actually want to go into Extreme Dusk. It's my Sony G Worker Pro. I'm just dabbing that on top of that outer V. Refer number 14 to smooth that out. Not too bad. Sony G Builder 3. Wicked Envy. I've got to, friends. I've got to. Extreme Taboo to complete this outer V shape. Back with my refer number 14 to further refine. In with some Taboo just to further judge. Curious to see how this looks wet. Also just to have a little more glide here, so it could be a little neater. Oh yes. I'm putting on Wicked Envy on my waterline. I know this is not the greatest technique, but I just want it to look super, super mossy green. My little Hakuhoro brush just on the tip. Dabbed off the excess and now in with Blood Moon 005 on the inner part of the eye. I definitely think this is a shade that works better dry. Like Jubilee is bomb with mixing medium, but I feel like I need to apply this with my finger. There we go. All right, friends, let's do the other eye and I'll be right back. Here it is, Blitz Violet on the lids, also with Blood Moon 005 on the inner corner, just for like that splash of color. And I love Wicked Envy on the lower lash line paired with the violet. Just take a look. Wide shot of the look, and on the lips I have Pat McGrath's Liquid Lust in Bronze Divinity lined with Makeup Forever's Artist Color Pencil, again in Anywhere Caffeine. Here it is, the finale look, friends. What do we think? I felt Blitz Violet Orchid was pretty easy to apply. There was not as much fallout as the other flaky shades in the palette. You could have gone several ways. I think you could have just applied Blitz on lid or lash line and just have an all exclusive purple eye. I think it paired quite nicely, again, alone with Vermillion Venom, but I wanted that extra smoke. That's why I added Extreme Dusk towards the end. And Blood Moon on the inner corner is a lot of fun. I just think it brings up like, it's like fireworks and flame and like those bits dancing that you see when there's fire in the fireplace. That's what's happening on my inner corner. I gotta say though, I love Blitz Violet Orchid, but my favorite shade is Wicked Envy. This took my breath away. When it was on my lid and I had that smoky moss eye. And listen, I love my magentas. I do. And again, this is an outstanding color. It is so beautifully shiny, so gorgeous. I have to say though, Wicked Envy though is my favorite. So here are my final thoughts and my observations. Subversive is still my favorite palette, and I'll tell you why. As much as I love Blitz, this is Gigabyte from Subversive. I just feel this shade alongside Night Creature, these shades contain just a little more glitz and shine. I don't know what it is. Like there's just a little bit of dancing going on. Whereas I feel with Blitz Violet, there's more like a shine going on versus like a twinkle. But I love both though. Blood Moon though, Blood Moon definitely has the most shine and glitz I feel out of the shades. It definitely has that reflectivity in there, but again, it is very flaky, very textured, so just be careful with how you apply that shade. I have to say though, the mattes are really good in this palette. Pat's mattes are always good, but what I found a challenge with them, especially in her first 3 motherships, that they were so pigmented that you had to spend a little time blending them out. With this, I feel they're a touch softer, especially with Vermillion. Vermillion is very soft. You can build this up and not worry about blending it out on the first initial application. Taboo the same. You can build this up beautifully. And I love this tone because you notice, depending on which colors you pair it with, it'll pull more neutral or it pull more warm. So this is the perfect setup shade to have in this palette, especially when you have a charcoal and like a reddish matte in here. You can't go wrong. And you saw how you can go from really colorful to low-key classy to anywhere in between. Now the only standout powwow color again is Blitz Violet. I still consider Blood Moon like a powwow color because it's not your typical like low-key copper. It has a lot of light to it. It's very punchy. You saw on the second demo, especially when you pair it with Jubilee, how shiny it is, and it has presence, absolutely. This though, Wicked Envy, this is my favorite shade. I think this has to be my favorite shade out of the palette because I unexpectedly fell in love with it so hard, even against Blitz Violet, because again, Blitz Violet is gorgeous. You see it has beautiful shine, beautiful reflectivity, it's opaque, and when you move your lid from side to side, the light, the way it travels is just gorgeous. But this shade though, oh my god, with Taboo, like I can't take it. It's so beautifully smoky and grungy, but it still looks mossy green. It doesn't translate gray. It doesn't translate, like, what is that? Is that charcoal gray? I don't know. Is that green? What is it doing? No, it still looks mossy green, but it still appears smoky at the same time. I absolutely love it. My least favorite shade is Astral Solstice because I was expecting a duochrome shade from Pat because that's what she usually likes to bring us, especially with Mothership 5. Like, these duochrome shades are so gorgeous. Like, look at that reflectivity. That was Fire Opal. This is Astral Luna Gold. Fire Opal is by far my most favorite, and I was expecting Astral Solstice to give me like a little something. It's just a shiny, beautiful shade. You know, it's one-dimensional. It has beautiful shine. I'm going to interrupt myself because natural light and my Canon camera, as much as I love it, does not do Astral Solstice justice. And I realized that when I saw it in person in front of my mirror in my bathroom under those lights. The twinkle is outrageous. And again, it doesn't have a duochrome flip like Fire Opal, but Astral Solstice looks like mini crystals strewn against or over my lid, I should say. Words, where are they? And that's why I took a separate video on my iPhone with the flash on, so you can see not only with Astral Solstice, but with Jubilee and with Blood Moon 005, because with these pigments, you kind of have to let them chill, let them disperse, and the twinkle in the light, outrageously good. You will not be disappointed. But also know, if you're not into that sparkle, into that shine, into that glitz, don't get this palette. That look we did with the smoky wing is beautiful, especially if you want to pop this on another shade in here for that extra veil of light, if you want to use it for your inner corner highlight. Like, let's just see what happens if I lightly press this on top of Blitz. So it gave extra light for sure. Like, it looks beautiful and it gives extra light and shine, but it doesn't have that duochrome trait that I love from Fire Opal. And if you want to quickly see what Jubilee looks on top of Blitz Violet, that's gonna be more that's gonna be more gold. So definitely, depending on where you want the lid to go, will determine what type of topper you apply on those shades. But I will say it's very shiny, so even though the shade itself is not as exciting, the shine is definitely something to not be overlooked, especially because you can layer it on the different shadows in here. It doesn't have duochrome, but look at that light it creates. It's still gorgeous, without a doubt. I mean, just because I'm going to put Fire Opal on top of Wicked Envy because I can. So here's a close-up of Astral Solstice. I mean, it's gorgeous. And then we applied Jubilee on top of Blitz Violet, and of course we popped on some Fire Opal on Wicked Envy because why not? And that is it, friends. I hope this video helped. I know I was very excited, but hopefully my insights and observations helped you decide if Mothership 6 is for you. I don't see here on the Midnight Sun page on Pat's website if this is limited edition, so I believe this will be permanent. Of course, I will put an update on my pinned comment or wherever to make that change if it is in fact different from what I just said. This is a beautiful eye look she did with Blood Moon on the actual inner third of the lid. Maybe we could do that another time. I have to say, if I needed to decide, Subversive is still my favorite. Absolutely. But I have to say though, second place, I think I have to give it to Mothership 6 over Bronze Seduction, and this is why. Because Bronze Seduction, as much as I love this palette, especially because of Fire Opal, I'm not crazy about these two shades. They're a little drier and they're a different formula from what's typically found in her palettes. It's like a glitter-based satin that I can't really get down with like her metallic formula, which is found with Wicked Envy, Bronze Eclipse, the Violet, which is the special gel to powder, and even these shades, even these are flaky. I just love the tones, and the mattes have to be my favorite because Subliminal is so taupey. I mean, these are gorgeous shades, but I rather have more of a neutral brown. And with Sublime number 2, you just have this matte shade, which is very dark, and then you have to rely on the more satin finishy shades, maybe to create that medium tone if you need it. I feel this has it all, and I think this is like the perfect marriage between cool and warm, in my opinion. You could go either way with Wicked Envy. Then you have the warm matte, but then you have like a cool brown to create that intensity, this medium shade that you could go either way. And the depth of color and shine I feel you could get from this palette is extraordinary. So I highly recommend Mothership 6. If you don't have any of the Mothership palettes, this for me knocked it out of the park. I loved all the looks I created. This knocked it out of the park. I mean, look at my freaking lid. Look at my lid. And although Astral Solstice is not duochrome like Fire Opal, I just love the shine. It has beautiful light. And again, Blood Moon 005, you can't beat it. Like, the texture itself just allows it to look so multidimensional on the eyes. But I understand, because some people feel that I love Pat so much. Of course, I'm gonna love everything she does, but I have to say I am very, very happy with Mothership 6. I felt she did such a beautiful curation of shades. Let me know if you're gonna pick it up. Again, friends, a reminder, these videos are never to make you go buy makeup. This is simply just to peruse, to be inspired. Maybe you have these shades already in some capacity in other palettes that you own, and you use this video for inspiration. Great! I don't think this is limited edition, so if you are looking to pick it up, you got some time to think about it. Maybe when Sephora has their other sale, if they do, but feel the rate they've been going, they will. You could get 20% off if you're Rouge, or 15 if you're VIB, 10 if you're Insider. I don't know how they're going to do it this time around. Definitely something to think about. I will continue using this palette. Of course, the downside is that they're not the most travel-friendly palette, because if they break, I will get so mad. And with that said, friends, that is a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until then, I'll see you in here again with another review, demo, first look, favorites, or get ready with me. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, I am opening this for the first time in front of you guys. Oh my goodness. Oh, my heart is beating so fast. I am so sorry. Why am I so dark? Hello, excuse me. Mothership 6 is in the house. Mothership 6 is in the house. Is in the house. Is in the house. She is in the house. Which one is it? Mothership 6. Which one is it? Mothership 6. Which one is it? Which one is it? Which one is it? Mothership 6. Which one is it? Mothership 6. I've been waiting for you.